Money Moves.
Hello, millennials.
Woo-hoo. Okay, so I'm wondering, I know this isn't going to happen to me, but it could. You know, I'm not sending that out there, but what do I do if I lose my job?
Oh, termination. Yes. Well, first of all, millennials, right now, as you know, you could be terminated in this country basically for anything. And there's so many companies that do not abide by the labor laws. And that's a lot for a millennial to handle. Then we have the good old pandemic that is running around rampant, and that's closing businesses, so you're being laid off and terminated. So termination just means that you no longer are employed by that company. Okay, it doesn't matter for whatever reason you are let go, you choose to leave, it always is stated termination. And you know what that word termination means? It means determination. That's all it means. It means that the universe, the powers that be, it means there's something better coming for you. If you spend your energy and your time worrying about that job, that magic job that you left or that you lost or you wish you could have did it over with, you're just going to stay there doing that. And you're just going to waste a whole bunch of energy. And that's not going to do you any good. And 10 days, you can do it for 10 days and you're still going to be in the same place. So you might as well, you have to take that job for what it was worth. So if you learned one skill there, even if it was to be on time, okay, say you hated the job, but you were on time every day, guess what? You take that skill, you did something great. Did you learn something there, how to download something? Did you learn how to clean something better? Did you learn how to make something? And you take leverage from whatever that piece of shit job was you probably didn't like any damn way and didn't pay you enough, and you take a skill from there and you make it a business. Or you take a skill from there and you make it a course. You take a skill from there and you make it a how-to YouTube video. You take a skill from there and you make it your motivation to capitalize on that skill to learn another one to get into a better company. Are you following me?
Yeah, upward mobility, huh?
Exactly. So, okay, if the job that you lost broke you, well, there's two of you now. Isn't that great? So jump on the other one and get to the next one. There is absolutely no point in groveling. We're all in the same boat. Everybody lost their job in the last year or had to reinvent themselves in some way, except for basically the medical profession. And even we, because I am part of the medical profession for over 30 years, that's like how I get into heaven, because in business I can be very rough. But in nursing, hopefully I'll get into heaven with my good deeds in the hospital. But that being said, so don't take it personal. And the baby boomers are like, you lost that job and you're supposed to be married to that job. Listen, who cares? One job doesn't make or break you. And millennials, there's a lot of people say in the older generation that, oh, you have to stay with this one job. And if you're not with this one job for this many years, or you're not showing, even the banks, oh, you're not stable because you weren't at this one job for 10 years. No, you know what you need to be stable doing? Constantly making money. We're not going to worry about if you're at this job for 6 months or you're at that one for 9 months. We just want to know we're constantly making money. And with that money, we're making money. And our money is making money. So we're not going to get into these titles and this and that and so what? It's one job. And you know where it goes? Right on your resume. I don't care which way you slice it or dice it. You make anything I don't care if you were there for 3 days. If you were there for 3 days, it goes on your resume and you learned something. You walked in the door. I don't know. Did they have beautiful pictures on the wall? And maybe you learned about Van Gogh? I don't know. Maybe you learned that the vase and fresh flowers looked good, but you learned something from there, and that's your job, to find one thing that you learned and capitalize off of that. And usually you can find a lot more things. I've run multi-million-dollar companies, I've built million-dollar companies, and I scrubbed toilet bowls and waited tables. And you know what? I loved waiting tables a lot better, because with that money I was able to do other things to build business. It doesn't matter where the money comes from, it matters what you do with it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but the bottom line is this. You need to understand that termination is just a termination. It's the universe, it's God, it's whatever you believe in and worship. If you worship your dog, you worship your dog. That's your choice, okay? But at the end of the day, it's the powers that be that see more for you. And it's time for you to move on. And I believe this holds true for any generation in any age. So you can make one termination make or break you, or you could just make an abundance of that. And that's what this channel is about. So, millennials, I don't want to hear the word termination. Determination is the only word we know. Ciao.
Determined. Yes. Ciao.